MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
When the Ford Maverick arrived for 2022, it was a breath of fresh, reasonably priced air in the macho world of ever more expensive pickup trucks. But it was not just a cheaper truck, it was the least expensive Ford you could buy. And more importantly, it was also a great little truck. And for 2025, Maverick does even more of that traditional truck stuff. While it's doubtful the Maverick will ever come close to F-150 sales numbers, it has quickly surpassed Ford's other pickup truck, the Ranger, selling over 150,000 units last year, about 3 times more than Ranger. To keep those numbers flowing for 2025, Ford is expanding the Maverick lineup, along with adding features and addressing wants from current owners, many of whom wanted to have their AWD and hybrid too. So the biggest news for 25 is that you no longer need to opt for the 250 horsepower EcoBoost 2-liter just to get power for all 4 wheels, as an all-wheel drive hybrid is now an option. That also means the 4K towing package can now be added to the hybrid, giving it the same 4,000-pound rating of the EcoBoost. Though keep in mind, this is still a unibody platform. Hybrid output remains the same as before. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder working with a 94 kilowatt dual motor electronic CVT to provide 191 horsepower and 155 pound-feet of torque. The all-wheel drive system is electronically controlled too, but power does flow to the rear wheels through a mechanical drive shaft. Our Maverick tester was indeed equipped with the new all-wheel drive hybrid setup. And at our Mason-Dixon test track, despite a sluggish launch off the line, we hit 60 in a good 6.7 seconds, just half a second slower than we got with the AWD EcoBoost. We heard lots of eCVT-induced engine noise going down the track, with no relief for the engine revs or our ears throughout the 15.3-second quarter mile, finishing at 91 miles per hour. There was a nice, tight, and almost nimble feel through our handling course, with very minor body roll and small amounts of understeer. Spending time away from the track, it's easy to see why the Maverick has become so popular and why buyers love them so much. It's just a fun little truck to scoot around in. A fairly comfortable one, too. Upgrades to the interior for 25 include a larger and more functional 13.2-inch touchscreen, with wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an 8-inch digital productivity screen integrated into the gauge cluster. This also meant reshaping the dash to make room for the touchscreen and, unfortunately, the elimination of some manual controls. Rear seat room remains plenty generous for adults, and the seat bottom easily flips up to access some nicely integrated storage bins. The Maverick still comes in crew cab configuration only, with a 4.5-foot cargo box. Would we like a little longer bed? Sure. But there's plenty of functionality here, and we also acknowledge any additional length would severely hamper the Maverick's approachable, easy-to-maneuver vibe. And speaking of maneuverability, Ford has added an even more nimble member to the Maverick family, the Lobo. This sport truck features a lowered suspension, upgraded brakes, quicker steering, 19-inch turbofan wheels, body kit, and a torque vectoring rear diff. It comes exclusively with all-wheel drive and the 2-liter EcoBoost, which is paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission, essentially eliminating a gear from the standard 8-speed. With all-wheel drive, hybrid government fuel economy ratings are not quite as good as before, now at 40 city, 34 highway, and 37 combined. We average 34.7 miles per gallon of regular. That's still a much better than average energy impact score, using 8 barrels of oil yearly with CO2 emissions of 4 tons. Even with all the updates, the Maverick remains the lowest price pickup you can buy, and it's still Ford's least expensive offering, starting at $29,840 with all-wheel drive, a $2,220 option. This nicely equipped XLT hits the sweet spot of bang for the buck at $32,340. It may not be the sub-$20K bargain that it was when it first arrived, but we all know a lot of things have changed significantly in the last 3 years. Still, if you're looking for a small, nimble utility vehicle with an open bed on the back, the 2025 Ford Maverick is not only your least expensive option, it's your best choice.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.